And we are off with part 3. Here we go. Simplify the following by combing like terms. That is hilarious. I did not type that. Well, I didn't type any of these questions. But anyway, we are not going to comb them. We are going to combine them. Anyway, I just noticed that right now. So I hope you got a good laugh just like I did. Anyway, combine like terms. Okay, so what do we have here? We've got m's and n's. So 3m plus 4n minus 6n. So I'm just going to bring it out here to make it easier. So 3m is all by itself. I'm going to leave that in a box here. And then I've got plus 4n minus 6n. So I've got positive 4n's, take away 6n's. So if I've got 4 and I'm taking away 6, that means I'm going to go below 0 by 2n's. So that's minus 2n. Just bring down my 3m, and that's what I have as my answer. Do I have that? Yes, I do. It's right here. B is the answer. Next. What is the difference between an expression and an equation? Oh, we've talked about this a lot. An equation can be solved. That is true. We try to look for, get the variable by itself to figure out what the variable is. An equation has an equal sign. Oh, we've talked about that a lot. That's why it has that base word. An expression does not have an equal sign. Well, that's the opposite. Choices A, B, and C are correct. Looks like D it is. Next. What is the value of negative 2 times the quantity of x plus 5? Are we ready? Woo! Woo! Negative 2 times x plus negative 2 times 5. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x plus negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. That's icky. So I'm just going to make that say negative 2x minus 10. We have one of those. Let's see. What do we have? Ah, there it is. It's D. Moving right along. Factor the expression below. This is fun. So I look for the GCF of 12x and 15, or the largest gazinta. So what gazinta 15 and 12x? It is, of course, 3. So I'm going to divide both of these by 3. 3 gazinta 12 4 times. Don't forget about the x. Plus 3 gazinta 15 5 times. This is going to go inside my parentheses. And this will go on the outside of my parentheses. So my answer, once it's factored, is going to be 3 times the quantity of 4x plus 5. Those are very fun. Do you like doing those? Okay, what do we have next? Oopsie. Let's move this down. Select all of the equivalent expressions to negative 3x minus 9. So it looks like they factored this. And of course, there are a couple of different ways to factor this. What do you mean by that, Mrs. De Silva? Well, let's take a peek. Negative 3 x minus 9. Well, I'm sure you can see that the GCF, or the gazinta, the largest gazinta, is 3. So if I say to myself, how many times does 3 go into both of these? I'm sure you can see how those cancel there, but I'm left with negative x. Can't lose the negative. Minus 9 divided by 3 is 3. So if I keep that on my gazinta on the outside, and this on the inside of my parentheses, I'm going to have 3 times the quantity of negative x minus 3. Is that one of my choices? 3 times the quantity. Oh, there it is. I see it. It is choice C. Now, why did I say there's another choice? Well, if I go back and look at this again, negative 3x minus 9, instead of using 3 as my gazinta, I can use negative 3. What? How festive is that? I can use the negative 3. That's fun. So those cancel and the negatives are gone, because the negative divided by a negative, of course, is a positive. Or I can just think about negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1. I'm left with x. And then negative 9, negative divided by a negative is a positive. Then 9 divided by 3 is, of course, 3. So here we go. Negative 3 on the outside, my gazinta. And then on the inside of the parentheses, I've got x plus 3. Do I have negative 3 times the quantity of x plus 3? Sure do. There it is. Those are my two answers. Nice job. Next, why are all of these way up in the air like that, you're wondering? I am wondering the same thing. I do not know what happened. It's all good, though. Which of the following expressions is 7a minus 3 times the quantity of 2a minus 4 in simplest form? Well, let's see. I do need to rewrite this. It is far too small for my ginormous handwriting. Minus 3 times the quantity 2a minus 4. Okay. So for now, I'm going to underline this 7a because I'm not going to do anything with it. I get to woo, woo, woo. Oh, it's so fun. Negative 3 times 2a. And I've got negative 3. That is a ginormous negative. No judgment, but it looked strained. Negative 3 times negative 4. Okay, negative 3 times 2a is negative 6a. Negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. Bring down my 7a that I've not yet used. Next, I will box and underline. Box, box, underline. I've got 7 A's. I'm going to take away 6 of them. I'm going to be left with just 1A. So I'm going to write that as plain old A. Remember, there's the ninja 1 in front of it, plus 12. Do I have that? Yes, I do. B is my answer. That was a beautiful thing. B for beautiful. Next. Okay. Oh, this is fun. N divided by negative 5 equals 7. What's the question? What's the opposite of dividing by negative 5? That, of course, is multiplying by negative 5. These cancel. I'm left with n equals 7 times negative 5 is negative 35. There it is. I found you. C is the answer. Next. Okay, 4 minus x equals 15. What's the question? What's the opposite? What's the opposite of positive 4? There's not a plus there. Oh, but it's there. What's the opposite of plus 4? It, of course, is minus 4. Minus 4. 4 minus 4. These cancel. I'm left with negative x. Don't forget about the negative. Equals 15 minus 4 is 11. Well, that can't be. Negative x equals 11. Or it can be. I just can't leave it that way. Remember, there is a ninja 1 in there. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1. Those cancel. I'm left with x equals negative 11. And there you are. Choice D it is. Next, simplify this expression. I do not need to rewrite this one because it's nice right there. I've got B's, C's, and some constants. Okay, so I'm going to box in a B, negative 4B, plus a C, so plus 8C, plus 12. Circle that. Minus 8B. That goes in a box. Make sure you take on the lead computation, what it tells us to do with it. Plus 8C, that's an underline. Plus 6 is a circle. Let's rearrange. Remember, always in alpha order with the constant at the end. So that means I'm going to take my B's first. Negative 4B minus 8B. In a box, plus 8C minus 2C. Why am I writing an X? That is craziness. That gets underlined. Plus 12C, or no C, plus 12 plus 6. And that is circled. Okay. In my box, I've got negative 4B minus 8B. So I'm already down 4 B's, and I'm going to take away 8 more B's. So that leaves me negative 12B. Now I've got 8 C's. I'm taking away 2 of them. So that's positive 6C. Plus 12 plus 6 is plus 18. And there is our answer. Noticed I went from 31. Next, use the order of operations to simplify. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Remember to keep these together because they belong on the same line in order from left to right. Parentheses first. Okay. Well, that means we're going to ignore the 6 and the plus 1 for now. And we're going to bring down the 13 minus 3 squared. That's all we're going to address. Well, what's going on here? I've got some exponents. Let's not forget that the exponent does not mean 3 times 2, but 3 to the second power means 3 times 3, which of course is 9. Bring down the stuff I haven't done. 13 minus 9 is 4. Bring down the rest of the good stuff that we have not yet done. So I'm bringing down the 6. I'm going to leave my 4 inside parentheses because it started in parentheses. It's just a number now, but the number next to parentheses does mean I multiply plus 1. Multiply and divide is next in order from left to right. I only have one multiplying or multiplication. 6 times 4 is 24 plus 1. 24 plus 1 is 25 is our final answer. I hope you've to 32. I'm sure you've noticed, moving on to 35, you may recall that I skipped over some numbers because I wanted to group together the different types of problems. So that's why I've moved on to 35. And then I think the last one I have in this set is 39. We'll see in a second. Okay, simplify. We've got M's and V's. So 18M, I'm going to box, minus 9V plus 6V minus 7M. I'm going to rearrange these. So I've got 18M minus 7M all together in a box, minus 9V plus 6V. 18M minus 7M. So if I've got 18 M's, I take 7 of them away. That leaves me with 11 M's. Negative 9 V's. And then I add 6 V's in. That means I'm still down 3, or negative 3V. So do we have this as an answer somewhere? 11M minus 3V. There it is. C is the answer. And what do we have? It is, in fact, 39. Simon bought a bag of S sour candies. Okay, S sour candies. He ate 80 of the candies. Holy Toledo, that's a lot of candy. Choose the expression that shows how many sour candies Simon has now. Okay, so S, this is an X form. Okay, well, it's okay. We can figure this out. So S is how many he bought. S candies. And then he ate. If he ate them, he's taking them away. So S minus 80. So it's bought 8. How many sour candies he has now? So I think that's what we got here, because he started with S. He ate 80 of them. But of course we have X, so it's X minus 80. Do we have that? Yes, we do. There it is. D is our answer. Looks like that's it for part 3. I'll be seeing you in part 4.